Hi Leo, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a tarot reading for your next 48 hours. Thank you so much for joining me. Do keep in mind this is general, so just take what resonates. But I want to thank you in advance for your love and support, your likes, comments, and of course subscriptions to this channel if you haven't done so already. Join this amazing Leo tribe. Now, to book a personal reading with myself, just reach out via email. Everything you need is down below in the description box. They're always accurate. But keep in mind, this is meant to pertain to the next 48 hours for you, starting around when you were guided or drawn to this video, not just following when I post it. We're going to keep it simple and do some shuffling and pull from the, what's it called? The Gold Foil Tarot. This deck is a little tricky to use. For Leo, next 48. Okay, Judgment, the Two of Swords, as well as the Nine of Swords at the center of your reading. I truly feel as if you've been struggling with your spirituality, your sleep, your dreams, feeling a bit stressed. Don't be surprised if in the next 48 hours you wake up in the middle of the night and, or multiple times, they're saying in sweats or just feeling a bit emotional. You will hear spirit quite loud is what I'm hearing for a lot of you Leos. Feeling a bit confused as to how things are meant to move forward, but all the meanwhile being pushed to be very honest. You getting your voice out there at the center of it all and it benefiting you and other people to say the very least. There's a really helpful vibe about you in the next 2 days and even moving forward as well, where people just feel they can look to you, ask you questions, right? Utilize your experience and knowledge to better what they're trying to accomplish. And they're very correct by feeling that way, as there's just a creator, a developer within you that's just being put to use, potentially planning or thinking about in a very overly serious way what you want to give birth to moving forward, a change, a development, something that's going to better your life in a lot of ways. Being put on stage, okay? People seeing you. If you look at the shine in the background of this card, the rays of light, they're seeing you as a ray of light, as somebody who goes through a lot, but is meant to be in the center of a lot of attention, okay? Even if it's not something you desire 24/7. But I feel as if in certain ways, especially if you work on an online platform or put yourself in the spotlight in the public eye, people are seeing you as somebody who's got it going on, okay? Keep doing what you do, and don't be afraid to embrace other skill sets that can benefit you monetarily, okay? Obviously going to differ from case to case. The King of Pentacles, all right? So it's the next 48 hours where you're viewed as someone who is just very, very bold, very confident, in touch with their masculine side these days, male or female, thinking about thoroughly your money, making that your focus, putting other situations on the side, right? Pushing them to the side out of respect for the money you need to save, for future endeavors, okay? I do sense a level of traveling in your near future. So if you were expecting or planning for or hoping for a trip to come to be, whether it's going to be for vacation, business, or just to acquire a change you desire, know that that is meant to happen, okay? Regardless of how much you doubt it at times or what people say. But I do feel as if you're pushed to understand that your crown is meant to stay on. I don't even feel like it needs to be put back on. I feel like it needs to stay on as you move towards a level of financial security, stability, and it just feels like you're confident about everything you do this week. Good. Underneath it all, I just feel as if something you started recently is something you've been experienced in the past, okay? You have the experience, the knowledge, but you're very new at it, okay? At this specific location, situation, whatever it may be for you. And I really see a level of thriving success, and it's helping you feel more like you, okay? And even get in touch with that fun, youthful side of you, regardless of how old you are. But in the middle of all of which, I feel as if you're thinking about the past, a location, a job, a situation, even other people and what they say to you could remind you of the past. I'm now hearing your dreams. I just feel like in the middle of all of which, you're being given a level of gratuity, okay? People tipping you, getting commission. I feel as if people are paying you for your services for a lot of Leos drawn to this reading. Flashbacks to when you lived in an area in another chapter of your life and how, wow, you glorified it is how it's coming through. You glorified it. It was not as amazing as you once thought it was. And also just kind of reminds you how much you've changed and grown since then and what no longer can suit you moving forward, out of respect for needing to live a healthier, calmer, more successful, prosperous life for oneself. But the Eight of Cups, and it's all about you needing to do what's right for you. And I feel as if you can't help but think about, even when in the midst of being really busy in the next 48 hours, what cups you've spilt, right? What cups you've forced to no longer be a part of your situation. And I feel like you can't help but think about, you're even manifesting to an extent, leaving several cups standing and just walking away from them, saying, you know what, sayonara, or just good riddance, a bittersweet ending, or just an ending in general where it's like, got to do what's right for Leo, okay? And you're absolutely right. Could be very much tied into some of those financial goals, or one big one that you have in mind and you're working towards at this time. You're going to be able to spend a good amount of time, it was weird as I flick the card, a good amount of time alone in the next 48 hours, being able to recognize you have what it takes to guide oneself to what you deserve, what you desire, what is meant for you. I can't help but notice there's a star inside of this particular lantern. It's like in the midst of you shining for all to see, but then guiding one's way, especially when you're by yourself in the next 48 hours. You remind oneself or certain other people who respect you, look up to you, or just benefit from your work. You get this reminder that you are a freaking star, okay? A freaking star. And I just feel as if you have overcome mountains in your time. And so it's just a reminder that anything that comes along your path moving forward, difficulties, obstacles, other mountains to overcome, you got this, Leo. You have got this. But I feel like on a slight negative side, in the midst of your hermit mode, your alone time, that's when you're most spiritually messed with. Or again, there's that level of struggle with your sleep. So in other ways, try to improve one's health, take care of oneself. If you feel as if it's almost impossible to improve the quality of your sleep at this time, I feel like that's not going to be as bad after this 48-hour period, okay? But I just feel like as well, you're pushed to be truly honest with yourself in the midst of this alone time. How do I improve my habits, right? How do I get to where I want to be? And I'm hearing spend less money, okay? Although I feel like you have improved in that category to a certain extent, underneath it all, you're putting in that damn hard work and it's shining. I love this deck for the different images behind it, the shine, if you will. I just feel like you're glowing through your work, okay? And it's just evident. It's just a beautiful thing. It reminds you why you do what you do. So the Two of Wands here. Naturally, in the next 2 days, you're going to be thinking about what you lack, what you desire, where you want to travel to, and how much there is left to experience along your path. And it's like where you're at now may have its benefits. It may have once had more benefits for you. But it's like, damn, I would be holding myself back if I didn't do what's right for me. If I didn't go out and experience and try new things and travel and move to this new residence, if that's pertaining to your situation. But it feels like you're a little bit blinded or confused and a bit guarded when it comes to all that you desire. There's a level of looking onto the horizon and thinking, I can do so much more, right? Reminding oneself in the midst of it all, that you have limitless possibilities at this time. as long as you continue or start to view it that way. Okay. That was really awkward. Yeah, I feel like there's some emotions, okay, disappointments, being reminded of the past left and right. Again, your dreams, your lack of quality sleep, how much you're overworking oneself for some of you is leading to this. You need to make sure that in the upcoming days after this 48-hour period that you heal oneself, okay? I truly believe that in the next 48 hours, if you have the chance to just rest and do minimal, do nothing, that's going to benefit you, okay? As I do feel like after this 48-hour period, as spirit messes with me, you will have less time to rest, okay? Thinking about what you want to leave altogether. There's a situation where you don't fit in. You'll get through it, okay? A level of conflict and therefore needing to keep the hope alive in the midst of going after your dreams, a wish fulfillment, okay? Your spiritual connection feels quite conflicting or just heavy in certain ways, but then it feels like the energy around you in a situation is not fitting for you, okay? It's not healthy. You may be very empathic like myself and therefore needing to cleanse your energy almost 24/7, but not being able to all the time. And there's a level of vulnerability, if you look at that naked body, and it feels like people just are seeing you in your glory, and just maybe there's a level of outing taking place where you feel like you can't keep everything a secret. Interesting. But you're reminded once again, you're a star in the making. In the next 48 hours, do absolutely highlight the fact that the possibilities are endless for you at this time. So there's no chance of Leo stopping, okay? But again, do take those moments of rest when you're granted that, as I do feel like you have a bright future ahead for you, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Go have yourself an amazing next 48 hours, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Leo.